This is a pre-built version of the application. So let's go ahead and run it. And those are the default settings. So for logging, we run in default in mute mode, and the run mode is standalone. And when we do class scheduling, by default we do student scheduling and instructor availability and student availability. So let's go ahead and run in verbose mode. And also, before running, let's check out the initial data. So the initial course data. So we have 9 courses coming from the database, and this course will have 2 sessions, and the max number of students is this number, and those are the instructors that are qualified to teach this course, and it has no prerequisites, and we have 100 students in the system. And since this one has no prerequisites, then the 100 students are have passed the prerequisites, are considered to be passing the prerequisite. And we have that the number of students that have passed this course is this number, and this number is included in the ones that have passed the prerequisites. So the students that are qualified to take this course is this one minus this one. So we end up with this number of students. And those are the students for the 3 categories listed. So here we have 100 students and 64 here and 36 here. And for this course we have also 2 sessions, and this is the max number of students that can take this course in one of the sessions, and those are the qualified instructors, and this is the prerequisite course, and the prerequisite course is this one, and the number of students that have taken it is this number. So the number of students that have passed the prerequisite is this number, and the number of students that have passed this course is this number. So the qualified students is ends up being this number, and those are the 3 categories of students. And same for the rest of the courses. So this one will have 3 sessions, this one 1 session, and it has those prerequisite courses. It doesn't have any students that have already passed it. So the qualified students is the same as the number of students that passed the prerequisite, 26. And we keep going. So this one has 2 sessions, this one 1 session, and this one 1 session, and this is 2 sessions, and this one 3 sessions. So we will end up with 17 classes, since we have 9 courses, and 4 of them have 2 sessions, 3 of them will have 1 session, and 2 of them will have 3 sessions. So we'll end up with 17 classes. And this is the initial student data. So we have 100 students in the system, and this student is a full-time student. He's qualified for those courses, and he hasn't yet passed any courses, and he is not qualified for those, and this is his availability. And same for the other students in the system. So this student has passed those courses, and he is qualified for those and not qualified for those, and this is his availability, and he is a full-time student. And here this student is a part-time student, and he is qualified for those 3 courses. And let's take a look at the initial instructor data. So we have 7 instructors in the system, and this one is available for those meeting times, and this is his qualification to teach those courses. This one is available for those meeting time 2 through meeting time 7, and this one meeting time 1 through meeting time 6, and qualified to teach those courses, etc. And let's take a look at the meeting times that are available for scheduling. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 8 to 12, and Tuesday, Thursday from 8 to 2:30. And the rooms that we can schedule classes in, so we have 5 rooms, and this is the maximum seating capacity for each one of those rooms. And so we are still running in Verbose, and let's go ahead and perform or find the fittest schedule. So we found this schedule with 0 conflicts, and this is a table representation of that schedule. And let's take a look at it from the class perspective. So we have 17 classes from numbered from 0 through 16. This one has 2 sessions, and it's scheduled on meeting time 2, and it will be taught by this instructor in room 5. And so this instructor is one of the qualified instructors to teach it. And it has no prerequisites, and so number of qualified students to take it is this number, and we ended up auto-registering this number of students. So those are the students that were auto-registered by the system out of 36. So what's left is 11 students that we scheduled here in the other session, the second session. And this will be taught by, let's see, this instructor, but at a different meeting time. So same instructor, but different meeting time. And let's see, this course has 3 sessions. So this is one of them, this is another of them, and this is the third one of them. So we have, this is the number of qualified students, and the max number of students is 30. So we have here 30 and another 30 here, so that's 60 students, and those are the remaining 8 students. They ended up in this class. And out of those qualified students, so 68. And this one has this instructor. So this one meeting time 7, this one meeting time 4, and it has the same instructor. And this one meeting time 5, it has a different instructor out of those 2 instructors. And same for the other classes. And this one, the last one, has 2 sessions, and it has no prerequisite, and this is the number of students that pass the prerequisite, all the students in the system. And this is the number of students that pass the course. This is the number of qualified students. And we can register 35 for each session. So we registered here 35, and here we registered 23. So let's take a look from the instructor perspective. We have those 7 instructors, and each instructor was scheduled for those classes. And this is each one of their qualifications and their availability. And from the time and schedule perspective, so here we have 17 classes at different meeting times. So this one class, course 1, this is course 5, and this is course 6 by different instructors. And from the room schedule perspective, so this room have those classes at different meeting times, and same here, it has those classes at different meeting times. And from the student schedule perspective, so this student ended up with those classes scheduled, and he is qualified for those courses. So he was scheduled for all of them. And this student is qualified for those, and he was scheduled also for all of them. And if we go up, this student is qualified for those 4, and he was scheduled for all of them. This one is same thing, qualified for, this one is qualified for 5. So max number of students for max number of courses for a full-time student. So he was scheduled for all 5 courses. And this one is has passed those ones, those courses. He's qualified for those, and he was scheduled for all of them. and let's run it again, and we're still going to run in verbose mode, and let's change the settings, and we do not want to do student scheduling, so let's disable it. So here we are running in verbose, and we disabled the student scheduling. So same thing, standalone, and let's find the fittest schedule. Okay, so we found the fittest schedule after this number of generations, and it's much less generations since we did not do any student scheduling. So here the schedule for each student, none of them has been auto-registered for any classes. So all of the students have not been auto-registered for any of the classes. And the remaining is the same, so this is class scheduling except no auto-registered students, and this is instructor scheduling, and the time schedule, and the room, and we just did student. And so this is the settings, and for now let's exit this one, and the last functionality that I want to demo here is running in peer-to-peer mode. So we will have 4 peers, and this will be the first one, this is the second one, and number 3, and number 4. So let's have this one run in verbose mode, and this one same thing. The other 2 will run in the default mode, which is mute. So we will do peer-to-peer, try to find the fittest schedule, doing peer-to-peer. This is the first peer, and this is the second one, number 3, and number 4, and they will all be picking up messages from each other. And this will trigger all the peers to try to find the fittest schedule. So those 2 are running in verbose mode, and those 2 are running in mute mode. and this one found the solution, so, and communicated it to everybody. So this student was scheduled for those classes, and this one for those, etc. Those are all the students in the system. So this one was scheduled for those 5 classes, and those are the rooms and the meeting times and the instructors, and here the courses or the classes. So we have 17 classes. And the source code will be available for download. Also a longer version that includes the coding and test running of the coded application will be available for viewing by channel members at the senior developer level and above.